What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Maker Space with AriesEDC. Make sure you have hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and when this is over, leave a comment or not. The choice is yours. So what is going on, guys? I hope everybody's having a great evening. Let's see who is here. It's just me. We're just going to sit. We're going to chill. We're going to talk. I got some stuff to share with you guys. And we're just going to kind of chill out, have a conversation. Or two, or three, or whatever you guys decide to talk about. It'll be cool. So let's see who all's here. We got Marco. What's going on, Marco? First person in, as usual. What's going on, Marco? Henry G. Hello, hello. Sean Batts. What's going on, Sean? Channel member. Thank you for being a channel member. Tegan. Hello, Tegan. How are you this evening? Whoa, we got Ramses Silent coming in to be a new member. Welcome to the apprenticeship, my friend. Talon, salute to you. That is awesome. Thank you for becoming a member. If you are a member, you will get some content. I try to put out some channel or member only content as much as I possibly can. And when I get to 4,000 subs here on YouTube, there'll be a member only giveaway like I always try to do. So Alex Kerber, what's going on, Alex? What is good? Jim Miller, channel member and moderator. What is going on, Jim Miller? I hope you are having a good evening and enjoying your new AriesEDC blade. That micro, that thing turned out pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. Donnie Bless in the house. What's going on? What's good, Donnie? I hope you're staying busy and doing well. I know you're busy. That is for sure. I definitely know that you are staying busy. Paul Mills, what's going on, Paul? I hope you're having a good evening, sir. Thank you so much for popping in. Projectiles are sharp, channel member. What's going on, man? I hope you're having a good evening. Let's see what Tim B coming in. What's up, Tim B, channel moderator at large? I hope you're doing well, Tim. I haven't checked in on you, but I know you went back to work and things are starting to get back to normal for you. So that is pretty stinking cool. So I hope you're doing well. Sean F, what's going on, channel member? Thank you for coming in. Let's see. I'm still trying to get caught up here. See who all's here. I don't want to miss anybody coming in. Yep. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. Ramses Silent. Thank you very, very much for that. That is awesome. Kelly's Mishmash. Good evening. I hope you guys are having a great weekend and still going to enjoy this evening. The weekend's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. And we hope. Caballero, JC, what's going on? How are you? Welcome in, sir. I hope you are doing well. Robert Feely, channel member. What's going on, Robert? Hope you are having a good evening. I hope that shoulder is doing better. I know you've been getting PT on that. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. You can see all the logos. Of course, I don't see them when I do this. So when I do that, I see what you guys just saw. What's up, Wayne? How are you this evening? I hope you are doing well. Thanks for popping in. Kelly's Mishmash for 14 months. Channel member and moderator. You have been a channel member for 14 months. I know. I can't believe it has been over a year. Thank you very much, Kelly. You're awesome. Little fireworks for you and a Talon salute to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being a channel member for 14 months. I can't believe it's been 14 months already. That is pretty stinking cool. And Valley, what's going on? I heard we have to go to bed. Well, some people have to go back to work tomorrow. Maybe not everybody. I know I do. But yeah, it's not always fun. But that's tomorrow. We have right now. Rory, what's going on? Rory, channel member. I did have a good day today. I got a lot done, and I am planning a huge thing in the house, so I'm trying to get everything done. Getting there, Robert? That's good. Urban Woodsman, what's going on? How are you, my friend? I'm glad you are here. I'm glad N Valley's here. We got some cool updates for you guys with some of the projects I'm working on. Nice. Fellow Tim from another mother. That's awesome. Excellent, Ramses. Thank you very much. Scott, you need to show everybody else how to use all those special effects. I've asked several of them and they have no idea. Well, they have to have an Apple laptop. If they don't have an Apple laptop, then they probably aren't able to do all of the fun stuff. I just learned how to do it myself. So, Chris Warris, what's going on? Chris, I hope you're doing well, channel member and moderator. I hope you're doing well, Chris. I got to touch base with you on something to see if you're still interested in that thing we discussed. So I was at work today. Not that I did much of anything. Yeah, I know. You did say you had to work today, and I know not always the best. That's a 4-letter word. We don't use that in our house. Nice. I'm off 5 more days for 7 days on and off. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's quite a schedule. That's quite a schedule, Rory. It's kind of crazy. Huge, big guy. I think you big hug, right? You meant a big hug. Huge, big hug. Awesome. Very cool. Well, I don't have a whole lot. I just want to hang out, see what you guys want to talk about. I do have some of the blades and updates for you guys, some of the blades I've been working on. I've been making as much progress as I possibly can, but the missus and I are planning a couple of home renovations. We're redoing the floor in the upstairs, so it's like 700 square feet of flooring that we're going to be doing. So I've been trying to get the knives done, but I'm also moving flooring around and preparing that. Plus we're redoing bathrooms. So got a ton of work going on, and I'm still going to juggle everything and try to get knife work done all at the same time. But Adventure 50 coming in. What's going on, Adventure 50 channel member? Make sure you guys check out Adventure 50. After I am done, he will be, well, I'm assuming he'll be live tonight at 10 o'clock. So check that out. Also, I believe Javon will be going live tonight, so that'll be very cool. Do you have one of Scott's blades yet? If not, it's time to get one. The Tobacco and Bushhawk are best ones. He's not biased or anything about those. Ramsey, be careful who you talk to around here about who their favorite or what AriesEDC blade you should have. and I just released that video updating everybody on all the designs, and I got them all in there. So hopefully that helps people with their decision in picking out an AriesEDC knife. I know some people get a little lost with that, but hopefully that helps. That is, yeah, it's not fun, and that's a lot of that we're doing. So I'm just trying to plan that and do that. Oh, thanks, Adventure 50. And that thing, hopefully you get that tomorrow. I did ship that back to you. So, you know, I think you have something there. There is something there. I'm just not your guy to do it. But there's somebody could turn that and finish that up for you and make it amazing. It is an awesome blade. TKL does really great work. But I hope I was able to shed some light, because I'm sure each one of those is going to be a little bit different with their own issues. So TKL does amazing things, but the blems, definitely have to take into consideration the work that you might have to put into it to get it to what you want. I know, like War Room EDC had a blem, and he did something with it, and it turned out fine. But that one was, maybe somebody could do it. I am not comfortable with it. But Jim Cox coming in. What's going on, Jim? I hope you're doing well. Mallory, what's going on, Dylan? I hope you're doing all right. I think I got it right. I always forget people's first names. So I try to stick with that. Live at 10 p.m. Eastern. Big 2K celebration. Holy cow, you're going to be passing me. Everybody's passing me. Everybody's growing so fast, and I'm just stuck here in the Stone Ages. That's all right. I don't do cool stuff. I do boring stuff. Matt Maurer, what's going on, Matt? I hope you're doing all right. I made my design picks on at least 2 of them. Oh, so you already have your next 2 picked out, Rory? Yeah, awesome. We have to watch some long videos to see what is available. Too much work. Jeez, I can't win. I can't make it any faster. Trouble Bunny, what's going on, Trouble Bunny channel member? It was nice to watch the updated video. Awesome. We'll see. This is not going to be a new thing, Blue. This is not going to be a new thing. This is not, no. The Endoraptor is between 3 people, 4 people right now. Why did I know you were going to come in and bring that up? And now everybody's going to want to see it, and I'm not ready to share it. Bluminati. Gosh. Now everybody's going to want to know. So I sold a couple of knives yesterday with this extra cash. I'm going to need you to make another Wesser. I've seen your face on it. By Saturday? No, that is not happening. Not with my schedule right now. I'd be lucky to finish this by Saturday at this point. You're stuck too? Yeah, it's been slow. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations on 2K. I'm sorry. You're Adventure 50. You're killing it, man. You are killing it. If you haven't subbed to our brother channel, War Room, yeah, check out War Room EDC, doing really cool stuff. Really cool. Nightmare Raptor. Whoa. Has this been shared? I only thought 4 people knew about this. Jim's like, hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. I have 350 subs. Yeah, you'll get there, Donnie. I know you're not one for pushing your channel and stuff, but Donnie does his lives. He does some really cool stuff. I saw the interview you did with Shay, so that was fun. I did my interview with him. He had some interesting questions, and it was a kind of cool chat, so I'm glad I was able to do that. Everything getting leaked tonight. Ooh, yeah, everything is getting leaked tonight. I guess I should pull up pictures of this on the back end just to make sure. Where I don't know. I gotta find this. Ah, jeez, Blue. Why'd you have to go and open up that can of worms? All right, I'm gonna keep that there, but I'm not ready to share that yet because this is not a thing. 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 I should, but yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I was just telling Mrs. Aries yesterday. I was like, man, I'm burnt out. I'm gonna need a break soon. It's dang sure evil. Yeah, it's evil. It is evil. It's evil that it's even a thing. What's up, SC Knife Monkey? What's going on, man? I hope you're having a great evening. Yep. got yours chosen, and I've heard from Corey now too on the update since your video, and I can't wait for this website. Yeah, Corey's got some cool stuff coming. Can't wait to share that when it's ready. I have a week of Yeah, that was a good conversation. That's pretty awesome that you were able to had that conversation with him too. I like what he's doing. He's doing some cool stuff. Yeah, you guys need to check out Kelly's Mishmash. You did some really cool stuff. I liked the Etsy conversation that you had just had. You know, I think it's BS. People are just ridiculous. It's not your control over shipping. There's nothing you can do about it. I've had that happen myself where I had made a blade. It went into shipping after 14 days. We didn't hear anything. I offered to make that person another knife, similar. So I started making it. And then as soon as I started making it, it ended up getting to its destination. So knock on wood, I skipped that one. But it's a pain. It's a pain in the butt. Dylan is only 6 subs from 600. Are you guys not subbed to Mallory Designs? Who's got a link? Send that up. We need to get 6 more. 6 more, guys. 6 more. Thought it was time to fish. We just got done with the Raptor. We don't need Endoraptors coming at us. It's just ridiculous. Those are things. Yeah. Or the mini Talon called the Spur. I don't think I can go smaller than that. I don't think I can go smaller than that. 1931 Leatherworks. What's going on, man? That new design is awesome. I can't wait to get a hold of one. And I think I will. I think one's going to get put in the Lefty Pass Around group. And I'm going to be able to get my hands on one. So it's going to be awesome. Good to hear, my friend. I'm glad you're doing well. The more he says it's not a thing, it's more of a thing. Well, the hard part is out of my hands. I'll explain it. I'll explain it in a minute. Let me get caught up. Jeez. Oh, it's totally thing, Aries. You proved you could do it once. You could do well. This one, wait till you see this thing. I'm gonna have to put some pad to paper or pen to paper for this one to get it. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while, Blue. Maybe another year. Hey, man, you got to do it. You got to get some content out. You're doing some really cool stuff. There it is. Check out Mallory Designs. Let's get them 6 extra. So let's get them 10 extra subs. Come on. There's 10 of them. How many people are in here? There's 36 people in here. Not everybody is subbed to Mallory Designs. Let's get them there. But make sure you watch a video, maybe like a video, maybe drop a little comment. Just put like a heart or fire or something like that. And then he doesn't lose that sub. I've only lost. See, yeah, me too. I was like, I gained about 10 subs and I lost about 5 in 2 days or like 4 days. I don't know what happened. The dew claw. The dew claw. You guys are too much. The Raptor toenail. Oh my goodness. Wasn't subbed, but now I am, Mallory. Awesome. Yeah, we'll get him. Oh, you saw it? How did you see it? Oh, jeez. This thing is being shared? Blue, you've been sharing this outside of our little bubble. This is not something to share. I wish, yes, you did. You waited patiently. Say mean things. No. Yeah, there was a lot of no's. All right, so Bluminati hit me up this past week with this crazy idea. And he was like, hear me out. When you start with hear me out, then you know that's never going to be a good thing. You're all about to see it, Kelly. I'm going to pull up a picture. So this is going to be, or this is what Blue wants to be, the next collaboration project with me and Corey. I don't even know if I want to share this. I can't make it bigger. This is what it is. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a harpoon raptor with a nightmare grind. A harpoon raptor with a nightmare grind. Can I stop sharing now? Okay. You've seen it. I've shared it. It's out there. Hear me out. Yeah, that's exactly. And then I saw that there was other people in that chat. And then I was like, what? No. Yeah. You got that on your own. Yeah. I'm not tackling that at all. I will cut and shape that thing, but I am not grinding that thing. Go, Ninja, go. Yeah, it's just a giant raptor, but now I have to figure out a harpoon. When is it coming? It's not coming. You missed it? Oh, jeez. I have to share it again? Okay, fine. One more time. But wait, let me find that first picture you posted was a little bit better, I think. I liked this initial picture was a little bit better, so I'll share that one. I'll share this one. I'll share this one. Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. I can't make it bigger. I'm not gonna make it bigger. It's absolutely ridiculous. Everybody got it now? Okay, good. It's gone. I can't with you guys. Of course, we need that to be real. Yeah. Nobody needs that to be real. Looks like a nightmare. Yeah, it is a nightmare. That's for sure. Should we start putting in pre-orders now? No. No pre-orders or nothing. There's nowhere to put pre-orders in. What's going on appropriately? HRC fixed blades. What's going on appropriately? HRC fixed blades. Are you asking me, Blaze? I don't know. I can't wait. Well, now you got to do it. It was your side at first. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. It just might be a while before I decide to do that. What I should do is make it in stainless. Well, no, Corey can heat treat stainless. So that's all going to be on Corey because I'm not grinding that. I'm not grinding that thing. There's no way. Looks marvelous. Like I can pinch and zoom so it looks wowzers. Oh jeez. I heard happen Raptor nightmares. Let me come and running. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you. I rewinded. Okay, good, Jim. Well, you got to see it twice. No, there's no pre-orders. My goodness. But go ahead and share again. I did. How far behind am I? I took several pictures too. No, we're not passing this around. If you draw it, it will come. Well, Bluminati drew it. I might have to blow up that picture and see what I could do, but you can make a Tonto Talon and call it the Tanton. How do you make a Tonto Talon? How do you turn that into a Tonto? Okay, you guys have lost your minds. It's definitely Sunday. You sure it's not Friday? You guys have lost your minds. A Tonto Talon. Use Timby's code for the Indoraptor. Nice. Yes, it's a compound grind. And if I can get it to Corey, he'll make them all hollow grinds too. It needs a blue handle, and we're not gonna go crazy on the colors. I can do. I think he wants that green Kieranite that I've done before. I don't know if I'll do that, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Is it a 4-finger handle? Well, maybe not for Brian, but for the rest of the human race, it might be. I'm joking, but I mean, it's the size of a Raptor. I'll make the handle the size of a Raptor handle, which that thing, it's the size of a Raptor handle. So for me, it's 4 fingers. What? No, that is not a thing, Tim B. This is not a thing. What are you doing? That is not a thing. That is definitely not a thing. That is definitely not a thing. No, there's no, this isn't a thing. It's not even it's a drawing. There needs to be an empty box on the Google form. There is no empty box for other. No, I don't do others. You pick my designs, and that's what you get to choose from. Okay, can we change the subject? I should never have even started talking about this. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's a fan. PayPal. Don't send anything to PayPal. I got a fan. Well, by the way, I want to share yours. That thing. This thing is sick. I got it sitting right in front of me. For me, it's a 4-finger handle. Man, this chat is flying. We believe in you. How do you do that? It must be a full moon. Yeah, it must be something. Go, Corey, go. Well, he hasn't even agreed to any of this, so they're only for me to drool over. I will not share. Do not share anything, because that is not a thing. That is not a thing. This is a great talent channel you have here. Gee, thanks. Thanks, Blaze. I hope you enjoyed your marshmallows. Cheeto! Chef Cheeto D. What's up, Cheeto? I hope you're doing well. Just turn it upside down and sharpen the angles, and you have a Tonto. Turn it upside down and go like that. And then you have a reverse talon Tonto. Make a reverse talon. Nice. Yeah, I know. I did bring up the subject. I got lost. Let's talk about Max. The Max is coming. I got to finish October, and then the Max will be started. And I got the Max. I got to get that going. Jim Cox became a new member. Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. Welcome to the apprenticeship. That is awesome. Talon, salute to you, my friend. Thank you for becoming a channel member. That is awesome. You now get to use all the cool, fun emojis in the chat. It's very cool. All right, so Baptism, what's going on, man? How are you? I hope you're having a good evening. That is awesome. All right, so let's talk about real knives. Let's talk about real things. Whoa, Bluminati. Thank you very much, Blue. That is awesome. Gifted a membership to Henry G. Henry G, welcome to the apprenticeship, my friend. Talon, salute to you, my friend. Awesome. Excellent. That is cool. What is going on, Blaze Burger? Welcome to the apprenticeship. You are awesome. I'm just going to leave this out. Talon, salute to you, my friend. Thank you very much for coming in, and welcome to being a channel member. Yeah, you get to use the rock hoppers and everything else. All right. So I want to talk to you guys about current projects and where I am with everything. And I might float something out to you guys about next year's books. I've been really brainstorming, doing something different for the books next year. So we'll see how you guys react to this. I thought I was already a member. Better late than never. That's all right, Blaze. But welcome in. Thank you for becoming a channel member. That is awesome. All right. So current projects, the September builds. Let's talk about the September builds. Two of them, the Bloom harpoon with that wood. It's all taped up because this is acid etched and tumbled, and I got all the handles done on all of these, but the handles for this one, I have to re-etch the spine and around the handle. So I need to re-etch all of this. So I have it kind of taped up so that I could do that. So unfortunately, I don't want to take this tape off because I've been, I got it all nicey nice. But that wood is that Apatong that Urban Woodsman sent me. And it actually worked out pretty good. I can't wait to oil it and to get that thing looking good. Once I put the like linseed oil and the Dutch oil on it, it's going to really change that. Roger Baker, what is going on? How are you? I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. Yeah, it's going to look, I wish I could show you with the tape off, Urban, but tomorrow I'm going to re-etch everything, and then I'll send you some pictures before I, well, you're going to kind of see it because the video comes out tomorrow, but it looks pretty good. And then we have a bud with more of that blue jute micarta, which you guys can see, but I also have to etch this spine on this one as well. I know it looks kind of silly with all the tape on it, but it's the best way. Those natural materials, that acid etch will seep in and then it will discolor all of that, and then I end up having to sand it all out again. So I'm going to end up sanding it anyway, but it does help protect it as much as I possibly can. So I got a bud and we got the Bloom harpoon, and I got all the handles. I got all the handles done. Nice looking fixie. I bet that wood will come out fantastic looking. Yeah, once you can kind of see it in there, but once I get it all done, then I'm gonna let it soak with some Dutch oil on it, which is gonna bring out the grain and kind of give it a little stain. And then I'm gonna linseed oil, and that's gonna seep in and protect it. And hopefully it'll bring out all of the grains. It looks pretty good. So I think it's working out. I think it's going to work out anyway. The blue jute micarta is my favorite. Yeah, everybody loves this blue jute micarta, but all the colors of the jute micarta are good. At the beginning of this year, I did all the blooms in jute micarta, and there was like the forest green. There was that Sedona, which is like a nice red. I really liked that. But yeah, the blue is definitely my favorite, but it does come out looking pretty good. I haven't oiled that or anything, so it's going to look pretty cool. Just leave the spine shiny. Well, that's up to them, Jim. If these were builds that I was doing, I would do it, but these are for them. And so if the people that are getting these want them shiny, let me know, because then that's less work I have to do. That is for sure. Because that's what I did on my micro, is I left the spine shiny on that one. Pink, pink. But yep. So excellent. What's up, Ed Durbin? What is going on? How are you doing this evening? I really love the jute micarta text. Yeah, it comes out looking awesome. Blue jute for the win. Yes, you're a hand satin kind of guy. There's nothing wrong with that. But how about this one? So This is a Cardinal XL with the purple camo fat carbon. So this isn't camo carbon. This is fat carbon. I gotta learn. I don't need to be so close. That your guys' screen is much bigger than mine, so I don't need to be so close. But that one came out pretty stinking good. It's acid etched and everything, and I did re-etch the top part. I still have to do down here in the handle. This is all still shiny, where that is not. And I did all the double jimping there, so we got the jimping. So Cardinal XL, 4 fingers for me, but a good fixie. So that one is turning out pretty cool. Very cool. Oh, you know what I wanted to see on this one? I have, you guys, if you saw my short, I had this flashlight and it has the UV. I just wanted to see if it does anything. No, it doesn't do anything on that. It does it on this, though. It does it on my... It makes it that go shiny. I can't... Yeah, there you go. Anyway, it doesn't do it on the fat carbon. Fat carbon doesn't work, but what do you guys think of that? That turned out pretty stinking good. Bored out of my mind as usual. Well, welcome in. I hope you're not so bored anymore. That looks amazing. I love it, Aries. Awesome. Glad projectiles. Thank you. Closer. I'm on a mobile. Oh, well, there you go. Look. Boom. Look at that. That material came out pretty good. I love the dice of that knife. Oh, very cool. So there you go. Color palette is nice. Where the birthday countdown? Oh, there's a birthday countdown? I love it. Awesome. Projectiles are, yep. So we have a Cardinal XL. I'm almost done with that one. So I just have to re-etch that, and I have to re-etch the other two, and then I can start doing sheets on all of them. October 15th is Jamila's birthday. Awesome, Jim. And then there's this one. And I got to tell you guys, this one has exceeded my expectations. If you saw my short that I posted today, this evening, this is the golden yellow noble curly noble raffia. Yeah. This, yeah. End Valley's personal favorite. But check that out. Oh, you can actually see through it and see the pins. You can see the layers. I don't know how close I can get. Yeah. But yeah, gargoyle harpoon coming at you, looking awesome. Really liking that, because that's what you're going to see when you're holding that blade, and you're going to be looking at the top. Focus. You're going to be looking at that top, looking down those pins, those nice dark orange-ish color. But man, Top Dog, what's going on? How are you? Welcome in, my friend. I could have had a raffia puffin, but at the same time, someone was a little scared to use raffia. That was like 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. Tall, sexy, send it to me. I think somebody in the chat might have an issue with me sending this to you. Garpoon. Garpoon. The handle is another level. Yeah, I really like the way that this ended up coming out. I'm not doing a thumbs down. Why did it do thumbs down? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Not thumbs down. But yeah, that is really stinking cool. Really happy with that. How that came out. So yep. It's a good size. It's a good size. Which reminds me, I have to get that down because I have to send that out tomorrow. But there it is. Boom. Thanks, Ramses. Thank you. Thank you. Poongoyle. Ron Crow. What's going on, Ron Crow? Hope you're having a good evening. Life, brother, and life is good. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Nothing you can do about that. Everybody's saying hi to each other. All right. So we have the Gargoyle Harpoon, a Cardinal XL that I'm finishing up. We have the Bloom Harpoon that I still need to work on, and the Bud that with the big, thick jute micarta handles. That sucker is thick. I wish the tape wasn't there, but I think you guys can see how thick that handle is. And I thinned that material out too. You'll see that. You'll see that. But boom, really like how these guys are coming out, and I look forward to getting them finished up. Miss Urban just got out trying to throw away one of my holy socks. Not allowed. That's a rag. What are you doing? Those are perfect rags. Holy socks. Against your religion. A stick. Yeah. And I thinned that material out. I thinned like 1/8 of an inch off that material. It was that material was ridiculous, but that's what that person wanted. But I thinned it out anyway because it was just I don't like a big thick handle on a small knife. I like a nice balanced handle. It's still going to fit in your hand, but it's not like too thick. So I like what I like. I'm so excited to get that in hand. You got to check out the Glow Refair as well. Really fun material. Yeah, you're not the first person to mention that to me today. I've seen it, and I'm definitely open to work with it. It's just waiting for the right project for the right material. But this thing turned out pretty cool. We got some fun kydex that are going to go on this. So that's the next step with this one, guys. I still need to clean just some glue residue off the handles, the front of the handle, and then I can start doing a sheath on this one. So I'm going to be doing the sheath on this one while I'm acid etching all of these out again. So yeah, got to do that. And unfortunately, it's a time-consuming process. Balance is important. Yes, sir. Balance is absolutely important. So I have those going on. And as soon as I'm done with these 4, then I am done for the month of September. Like September is done. I'm done with September. And then I move on to October. October is the thorns. Maybe I will add some Glow Refair to my 31-piece handle for the next Aries. Please don't. A 31-piece handle. You guys are just too much. So we have the thorns. And the thorns have started. And Peters will get the thorns tomorrow. So tomorrow, Peters will get all of the stainless thorns. All the stainless is going to be arriving. So that means when I'm done with these, then I can heat treat these and then start working on these. I've got them all shaped and everything. I did the sharpening choil on 2 of them. I still got to do a sharpening choil on 1. But we're making good progress on the talons. So it'll be October. There will be 7 of these dropping in October. And I'm going to be doing glow material and some carbon fiber material. So I have some leftover carbon fiber materials that I want to use, including the damtanium, which is what I use for my micro. Block my face. What I use for my micro, plus some of the other carbon fiber materials that I've been using from Camo Carbon. But so we're going to do some Camo Carbon and some of this. So these are not spoken for. These are all going to be dropping on the Etsy store probably at the end of October. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So those are the thorns. The thorns, not did I say talon? Those are thorns that are going to be dropping. Yep, those are all designated for the Etsy store. Yes, they are. Tim is giving Aries handle side quests. Yes, he's good at doing that for someone who's colorblind. J1, what's going on, man? How are you? I hope you're having a good evening. Brown Sugar, hello. I don't know if I said hello, but hello to you again, if I did. But yeah, so we have a lot of projects going on at once as usual, and I'm going to get them all done. So I got to get all of these done, and we're going to be making great progress with all of those. So hopefully I can get them done in a reasonable amount of time and move on. And then November, December is up in the air as far as what I'm going to do. I'm definitely doing the Max in Pro Cut, Pops Pro Cut, and then I'm going to do one in 80 CRA 2. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but that was the idea. We'll see if I follow through with that idea. Oh, so now we are making fun of Tim's colorblindness. Scott, making fun of disabilities. I see how you are. Just kidding. Geez. Can't take a joke around here. My goodness. And then I want to do some other stuff. I want to do some designs I haven't done, or patterns. I kind of stopped saying designs. I like patterns. I want to do some patterns I haven't done before or done in a while. I want to do some of those. I also want to use up the rest of my water jet blanks that I have made. There's 2 of these in 80 AEB-L. So there's 2 rock hoppers. So I want to get the 2 rock hoppers done. We have rock hoppers, and I have 2 of these, the mini gargoyles, skeletonized mini gargoyles. So I'll be doing 2 of these and a naked column. One more of these, which don't seem to be very popular, but I have 1 more of those that I'm going to be doing, 2 of the mini gargoyles, 2 rock hoppers, and then everything else is kind of up in the air. So we'll be doing some fun stuff. Just some patterns that maybe when I say patterns, it's really like a model Cheeto. So I'll be just using like this as an example. Maybe I'll do a Tabiko. I haven't done a Tabiko in a while, so I'll do a Tabiko maybe before the end of the year. I want to do a Torcido. Yeah, I haven't done a Torcido since one of yours, so I want to do a Torcido. I want to do another Torcido. So I'll be doing another Torcido probably, but yeah, my patterns. When I say patterns, I should say models, but I'm kind of they're all patterns. So could we vote for maybe 2 of those thorns getting firework for the jimping? If I would have done it, I would have done it on the stainless. I would have done it on the stainless. I'll battle in the ring for a bushy Bowie or a bushy. It's a bush hawk is what it's called. It's a bush hawk. The official name is a bush hawk, whatever, no matter what Tim B says. The official name for that is a bush hawk. I know it says B Bowie on there, but the official name is bush hawk. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a bush hawk. Carrying mine a ton. Awesome. I'm glad you've been carrying it. I'm gonna have to click fast for the next Etsy drop. Yeah, you usually do. I don't know the background on the name area. Share the story. On which one? On which one? Which one do we speak of? Patterns is an artist word. Aries accept it. Fine. I've accepted it. We had this conversation last week. I'm accepting it. I'm not totally accepting it, but I'm somewhat accepting it. You called it the bushy Bowie. Yeah. Oh, did I? It's a bush hawk. No, I did not. I did not. Big Jim, what's going on, Big Jim? How are you? I just like all the words come off my lips. Yeah. The column name? Okay, so the column, the column started, I was for the column, which is the original column, didn't look like that. That's the naked column. But the original column, I don't even know if I want to go grab that right now. But the original column looked very different. And then I changed it to what I recently changed it to. But I'm going to pull it off of, I think I've already pulled it off of the available stuff. So this is, I'll show you what the original, this is what the original column looked like. Kind of had this weird handle shape and that of the blade. So that is the beginning of it. And the inspiration behind the blade shape was actually the Pilar 2. So because the Pilar 2 kind of had that kind of cleaver looking blade shape. And I don't have one to show you, but me being ridiculous, it was like, oh, there's a pillar. What's another name for a pillar? A column. So that's, there you go. There's my stupid story on that. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. My lips and ears. Yeah, no, I made a mistake. This is a bush hawk. It's a bush hawk, but it took us a while to come up with a name for this. Originally, we were calling it the Bushy Bowie because Tim B was the one who kind of came up with the design for this, taking a hawk, the hawk, and then turning it into more of a Bowie-esque clip point. And so that's where that came from. And then it just kind of derived to the bush hawk, which is the official name for that. But just say it. In total projectiles are sharp, there's around 30. There's around 32. I just did a video on Friday. I released a video on all of the available models or patterns. So there's a lot. There's a lot to choose from. So I kind of have that. Yes, the CRKT Pilar. I think it's a pilar or pilar. So actually the bushy bowie started just prior to the hawk, but they used the same handle and you started the hawk first. Yeah. What he said. So we started it, but I got thrown into this and I threw the hawk handle onto that blade shape and it kind of worked. I liked it. It's a 4-finger, little thin 4-finger blade, but useful. So the artist formerly known as AriesEDC. I'm not going to go by any other name. So, oh, there he is. He's back. Jim Miller is back. Welcome back, Jim. As long as you come back, my friend. As long as you come back. You didn't get lost. You got lost just for a little bit, but yep. That is fine. We'll survive. I mean, if I'm being honest, I hadn't had an AriesEDC blade I didn't absolutely love. Not a bad pattern out there. Ah, thank you, Tim B. Thank you. Yes. The thistle, there's only 2. There's that one, which is the only like really kind of curved clip point. And there's the thistle, which it's more like that. So that's a thistle, which is more of a clip point. And that's more of it's still a clip, but it's like a modified clip where it's kind of bowie, where it has a little bit of curve in it. So, boom. That's the thistle. So they're roughly, well, yeah, the bush hawk is a little bigger than the thistle, but not by much. Ground fog, what's going on? Hope you're doing that. Serve the curve. Oh, good. No, goodness gracious. Yeah. So I think there's like 30-something patterns, and that's not even all of them. There's patterns that I don't do anymore. So I don't know. Maybe I should do an obsession. I haven't done an obsession in forever, and nobody really, I think it kind of lost popularity. So I haven't made one, but I don't know. They're both awesome. I love clip point and bowie style. They're some of my favorites. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, the thistle. So here's my thistle, but I extended the handle a little bit moving forward. But that's a completed thistle. But I extended the handle a little bit so that it's more 4 fingers. So I just extended the handle a little bit on that one. Ow. But that's a thistle. Bink. There you go. What do you say in Trouble Bunny? I want a mini obsession. It's on my short list. Duh. Was that a joke? Was that a funny? Are you trying to be funny? You're trying to be a funny because it's so small. And now I have to find it because I kind of did away with all of those. Oh no, they're still in there. They're still in the giant bin. I know I should just take this drawer out. I have a spay. It was the puffin. I have a spay. And Tim B has a puffin, but he's like the only one. I haven't made a puffin in like 2 years, 3 years. All right, Tegan, we'll see you. Thanks for popping in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure everybody has hit that like button. I don't know where we are. You won't be disappointed with either. The bush hawk is the choice. What pattern has the modified spay blade? The modified spay blade? I'm not sure which one you're This one? The Tabiko? I'm not sure. I'm trying to find the... Oh, okay. So here's an obsession. This is the one that started it all, guys. This is the one that started it all. I haven't done an obsession. I should maybe do an obsession. And then... Trouble Bunny said a mini obsession, which that is what Bryn has. Bryn has a mini obsession. It's literally probably the smallest blade that I make. And it looks like that. It's like a 2.5 finger, a little bink. That's like a package opener, really. But that's what Bryn has. That's what I made for Bryn. My pistol is called my Precious. That's awesome. The Thistle is beautiful. Yeah. That one came out. That was my first one I ever did. So I saw the pun after I typed it. It was I want a pedal, and then my next one is mini obsession. All right, so the pedal is the smaller version of the Bloom, which Miss Kathleen has. She has that. And then there's the mini obsession. So those are like the two smallest ones that I do, along with the Creep. So the Puffin was my first. Yes, the Puffin was Timby chose a Puffin first. Yeah. If you slim down that Puffin a bit. If I slimmed it down a bit. Now I got to find it again. It got buried. It got buried. Oh, it's right in front of my face. Slimmed that down? In what way? So basically, it's just a rock hopper that I just did a different style blade. How long is the regular obsession? Good question. Good question. Where's my ruler? In total length, the obsession is about 5 1/4. The blade length is about 2.5. So blade length is 2.5. The overall was 5 1/4. It's a chunky little thing, but that rounded handle really fits in the hand. Of course, I'll put a lanyard on it, but you're more than likely going to be up here with this one, which is what I kind of designed it for. So I don't know, but that was my first design, first pattern. And yeah. You have a Creep? You have the Damascus Creep? A skinny Puffin that went on a diet. A skinny Puffin that went on a diet. All right. Interesting. Yep. Then the only other real kind of spay is like the Flamingo, which is a Stacy Bolster Blades collaboration design, is the Flamingo. So that one is fun. Mick Ranger, what's going on, Mick? Hope you are doing well. I need to write myself a note because I have to do this, and I need to write myself a note. Where's my pen? Yep. Right. Note right there. Yeah, okay, you do have that. Okay, you got the Damascus Creep. Okay. I was going to say, that was the last one they sent. I don't know. Sean, I just saw your message. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. If you really need me to know, I can kind of look it up. after this live time, going to watch that video with all the AriesEDC models. Yeah, I just released it on Friday. So it has all the models, all the patterns, all the things. It goes through all the ones that would be available for the books. There's others that aren't really available for the books that I have done that I'm just not ready to put on the books. But there's a lot, guys. Look, there's a lot of patterns in this drawer. A lot of patterns, and that is most of them. Some of those I don't do, some of them I do. So the blade of the flamingo reminds me of a bobsled. Cool runnings. Nice. It's so hard to keep up with everything lately. I'm getting married this November. Oh, yeah. You got a lot going on. You're a month away. Or no, you're 2 months away, but a month and a half away. Yep. You got a lot going on, my friend. Been there, done that. So, good luck. Good luck. Good luck to you. Anyway, so that's what I have for you guys. But so I don't know. We'll see if I want to do. I definitely want to do a Torcido, a Tobico, and I don't know if I want to do an Obsession. I've basically been told that I need to let this one lie and just let it go away. But I kept it on the books just to see, and nobody ever picked one. So I might just let it lie and let it go. Excuse me. Just did my Shaman shipwreck scales. Ooh, how'd that come out? Did those come out all right? I'd buy it if you made it. Just saying. I don't know. It might be the last one I ever do if I decide to do it. I like them. I've done them in Damascus before. And because of the tall blade, it ends up looking really cool just because the blade turns out awesome. And if you don't like that, then there's also the Obsession harpoon. Because why not? Why not add a harpoon to you? Why not? Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you. You're awesome. Kelly's so thoughtful. She's awesome. But yeah, very stinking cool. So let's see, what time is it? 9:06. So we went over all the current projects and future projects. And I'm obsessed. That's why it got its name, because I was obsessed with that thing. But for those of you who don't know, that was my first design. And I cut this pattern out and I shaped it, and I literally would just walk around the house with this in my hand, just fiddling with it until Mrs. Aries was like, I'm tired of this. Just find somebody to make it for you. And I did, and it was garbage. And it took about 6 months to get, and it ended up being garbage. And then I ended up making my own. And that started this whole crazy thing. We are currently baking away. We'll see. All right. 24 hours. You got to bake it for 24 hours? Whoa. Wow. Okay. Cool. I don't know that process as well, so good luck. I hope it all comes out well. I hope it comes out well. I should be getting back also, finally, the pass around knives. So if you've been keeping up, the Garrett's Cardinal XL and the Bloomcliff, I should be getting back this week. And so I'm going to be getting those back and getting them out to those owners. Gareth needs to be high maintenance, and he wants me to make a different sheath. So I'm going to make a different sheath for him and do that. Ramsey's, that little obsession is almost an exact copy of one of my customs I had made years ago. Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's not a crazy design. So here's a story behind this. And for those of you who are new and you haven't heard the story, and maybe I'll break out that ugly knife just to show you. So this was very early on. Mrs. Aries was like, find somebody to make that knife for you. So I found somebody here in Florida to make that knife, make this pattern. And I sent him pictures and he was like, yeah, I could do that. And I was like, cool. And he was like, the time frame would be about 6 to 8 weeks and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll send you this wooden blank so that you can make the knife. And he was like, okay, cool. So I mailed this to him. After 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, hey, did you get that? Because I sent it in an envelope, so I didn't really have tracking. And he was like, oh, yeah, I don't know. I need to check my mailbox. And right then and there should have been a red flag. That should have been the first red flag. And he went out. He's like, oh, yeah, I got it. And this was like 2 days later, he got back to me and was like, oh, yeah, I got it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I sat and I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited. And I waited 8 weeks, the 6 to 8 weeks that he said would take him to make the knife. And I was like, oh, hey, just checking in on that job to see about that blade. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm working on it. I just haven't had a chance to get out in the shop a lot. I'm busy at work. And I was like, okay, whatever. I respect that. I'll give you time. These things take time. So I waited and I waited another month. Didn't hear from him. Didn't hear anything. I checked back in with him. He wasn't answering his emails. So I had a phone number on his website. I just called the phone number. And he was annoyed that I called and was like, hey, I have a full-time job. This is a part-time thing. I don't do it full-time. And I was like, oh, okay, but you said 6 to 8 weeks. So I was just kind of going off of that. He's like, yeah, I'm getting to it. So about 4 months later, I finally hear something. He's like, yeah, the knife is done. I'm just waiting for my sheath maker to get back to me. They are having family issues, yada, yada. And I just need to get the sheath made. And I was like, at that point, I was like, okay, I'm done. Just send me the knife without the sheath and I'll find somebody else to do the sheath. Now I'm going to show you the knife. And he did clear with me the thickness of the steel and the handle materials, which I signed off on, which the handle material could have been better, but he just kind of slapped it together. But this is what he sent me. Now, this is what he sent me. And that is what it's kind of supposed to look like. So, needless to say, and it's like kitchen knife thin. and the handle was just kind of slapped on there. And I don't even think he made it. I think he had an apprentice at the time, and I think the apprentice was the one who actually made it. So, yeah. Then I found out about stock removal knife making, and I started making my own. It was my first neck knife. That's cool. Oh, just in vapors. Yeah. I was going to say, it's got to sit there and work. So anyway, that is the first obsession. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. This maker that made this, he's still making my pattern. As far as I know. Actually, I'm not going to say that. For several months after that, even he like did Blade Show and he did a couple things and he had my pattern at his table. So he was still making that pattern to sell. So that spurred me into what I'm doing now. So show you the puffin again. Show you the puffin again. I gotta find it. It got buried. It got buried. There's Tobiko. There's that one. Puffin. There's the puffin. So it has a rock hopper handle, that rounded handle on a rock hopper, but I don't even know where that handle, that blade shape came from, but I was inspired by something. I just don't know what that was. I'd like to play with the design. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It feels like my first experience with a custom maker. Yeah, that's kind of sucky. And most custom makers are pretty good, but yeah, this guy he's a piece of work. I don't know. So I keep it in the drawer. I don't touch it. I don't use it. I don't have a sheath for it. It's whatever. It's so sad. Yeah. What's up, James McCann? What's going on? Yeah, I paid for it, but I don't know. Whatever. I see it as a blessing and a curse because that sparked me into making knives. That story. And then I found out about stock removal knife making because I thought it was all forging. And I found out about stock removal knife making. And then I started making knives in the first knife. And then there was history after that. But at least, it definitely lit a fire. And once I finished my first knife, it was crazy. No, we're not going to do that. I know his name and everything else, but we're not going to do that. He's perfectly fine doing it. I don't care. He just cut up a cheap shit kitchen knife. I don't think he did anything. I think he had one of his apprentices do it. Now I knew nothing about knife making, and I told him I wanted it to be an EDC blade, and he was like, "Well, I have this steel. It's AEB-L." And he was like, I have this AEB-L. It's good for chef's knife. I have this thickness. Would that be okay? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know anything. I was like, sure. And then he showed me the handle material, and I was like, that's fine. I can do that handle material. And yeah. Mine has like 3 times thicker stock. Yeah. Those high maintenance customers that expect a job to be done according to an agreed upon budget, schedule, and quality level. Who knew, eh? What's up, Byron? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Splitting slices in the house. Addicted to blades too. What's going on, man? Welcome in. What? Splitting slices. Awesome. Becoming a new member. Welcome to the apprenticeship, my friend. Thank you so much. My talent salute to you, my friend. And Byron, I know you're having some issues with scheduling and stuff, but that December date is still there. So hopefully we can still get together. Jesse, what's going on? Welcome in. Good evening to you. As for my very first collaboration with a custom maker, I feel like I hit the jackpot. Yeah. I don't know about hitting the jackpot, but it turned out well. I'll say that. Turned out pretty good. Turned out pretty stinking good. But you could tell me when you get your hands on it. And now he's tackling raptors. Yeah, I'm tackling them all right. Personally, I would fix it. Yeah, it's not worth fixing. It's thin material, and it's just not. I actually did try to shape the handle up a little bit. I mean, the handle was actually blockier than that, and I actually did try to shape up the handle a little bit, but then I was like, why am I bothering? I'll just make it myself. And I just started making my own, and this just sits in the drawer over here as a reminder to what not to do to people. And he didn't even put his maker's mark on it. That tells you right there. That's how much he liked it. He didn't even put his maker's mark on it. He did that in like 2 days and sent it out the door. That's literally what he did. That's great. Awesome. Yep. The Wesser came out awesome. And I already have one person who's interested in another Wesser. So there might be another Wesser. I got to find that right handle material that they're asking about, though, because I can't seem to find it. Well, I think I have found it. I don't know. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because it's about that time, we'll do it real quick. I don't even know if I want to open up this can of worms at this time. Oh, my fan just fell. Come back to me. There we go. Fan. The right thing to do would have been for him to send you your money back. At least half the people are copying. Yeah. I didn't know better. Mick. Now that I know a little bit better, I know that he just took me and he just wanted me off his back, basically. But I mean, when you give me a time frame, I'm going to hold you to that unless something comes up. And when you don't, I'm big on communication, which is why for those of you who own one of my knives, you know where your knife is, whether it's the videos here on YouTube or I'm sending you stuff. So when I don't get communicated with, then I'm going to start trying to reach out. I want to know what's going on. Can't go fishing without worms. No, you can't. Nah. Oh, I'm not worried about that. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys about an idea for next year. It's been brought up several times that I need to do the books differently. That some of the ways that I'm doing it doesn't work for everybody, and it just I don't know, that I need to do the books differently. So I've been kind of brainstorming on what another idea would be for me to do the books. And I have to take into consideration my workload But I also have to take into consideration how I do my videos and everything else. Like right now, it's a good balance because it's easy for me to kind of work in the September builds and the monthly drops and all this kind of stuff. But I know there's been some, not complaints, that's a bad word, but some ideas on how I can do things better or make them more opportunities for people to get on the books. So I've been brainstorming, trying to come up with an idea for how I could redo the books where I'm not feeling overwhelmed, but it is still within my means to be able to get done. Because just like this conversation I just had with you guys, some gripes. Yes, there's been very few. Not that it has been a lot. Most people are very understanding, but there's been some people who have been like, they do the whole, well, you should do this. And it's like, well, yeah, if I was you, maybe. But I also have to make things to where I'm going to get it done. I don't want to give an empty promise to somebody. And I also want to say, okay, you're on the books. It might be 6 months before I get to your project, because of financial situations change, and there's a lot of things that change. So I don't want, those are all things that I take into consideration. So I don't know. But I also want to get more opportunities for people to own one of my knives, because, I want to get my knives into more people's hands. So an idea I had, and I don't even know if it will work or if it doesn't work or how I would even schedule it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, Jim, you're right. And I don't see anything as broke. I think what I'm doing right now is working. And I've been opening, normally I do 5 spots, and I've been doing 6 or 7 spots a month for the books, and still getting them done in a reasonable amount of time and getting the following month's drop done as well. So I've been just pumping them out, and I've been doing it since I think, well, this year, but since I went 3 days at work, I've been able to get a lot done. So honestly, you need to do your books how they work for best for you. Yes, I agree. Nick. I honestly agree. Insanely good communication and full of transparency is what separates you from so many other makers. That's how it should be, but not enough to do it that way. Yeah. Tell them to the other fill later. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I do that. Do what works for you. Everyone will adjust. Not worth your mental stress to push yourself. Yeah, I know. Because they're like, people like Donnie Bless and everybody, they have their method of doing it, and they have like a giant list of people, and it's like when they get to it, they get to it. And you might have to wait a year to get some of the, and I'm not saying Donnie, but you have to wait a year to get your custom knife. And I don't like that. I want to be like, okay, you got in September's books 6 to 8 weeks. So maybe by middle of October, you'll have your blade. There's no guarantee I'm going to have them done. Like these 4 that I'm sitting here, these aren't going to get done by the end of September. They're just not. I might get them done by next weekend. By next week, I'll probably have them done. But I still have a ton of work on these, even though they look pretty much finished. I still have a sheath. I still have a sharpening. I still have the bead. I still have the lanyard. I still have a lot of things to do on all 4 of these. So, but at least I'm communicating and letting people know and giving them updates so you know where your blade is. For those of you coming in late, this is taped up because I have to re-etch the handles along with that one. But so I'm going to throw out the idea, and I don't think it's going to work. And from hearing your guys' thoughts just now, I love you guys because I think what I'm doing now is working perfectly. And I've slowly been just bringing on more book builds or more little side projects with people like the Wesser, which I'm not doing other people's designs, but there was something about that kind of tickled my fancy. If you say it's kind of right in my wheelhouse of a small EDC fixed blade, which is very comfortable and very user friendly and serves a purpose for EDC, which is what I like. I'm not big into the big stuff, although that thing is just absolutely beautiful. I'm fine with whatever system you pick as long as I get to skip the line. Great try. So the initial idea was this. I'm going to throw it out there. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying this is what I'm going to do. I might just keep it the way that I'm doing and just keep going, because I would love to say by the end of 2025 that I've made 100 knives, but I don't think I'm going to get there. I think I'm going to be right around 95, 96, possibly. I would love to be able to say I'm going to get to 100, but I don't foresee that happening. So, with that being said, the idea was this. And basically in January, I opened the books. And I opened the books for 20 spots. And those 20 spots are from January to June. So 6 months from January to June, I would do 20 book spots. So the books don't open for 6 months, but that's more knives than I normally would do for the books. If I'm doing 5 every other month, I'm doing 5 extra book spots, if that makes sense. So that would be more book spots, but over a longer period of time. So it would be 20 book spots signing up for January. And as I get those book spots in, that's the order in which I would do them. Also, based on heat treating and everything else, I can totally mix things around. So like I might do 2 or 3 stainless, get them sent out for heat treat, do ADCRV2, and then kind of I would have to juggle all of that. So these are things that I have to think about, like heat treating and juggling and doing this one. Okay, while these are being out for heat treat, I can pull on these one. Plus, I'm always trying to do the Etsy drops too, where I'm trying to do a drop of knives. I want to do another drop of AriesEDC blooms. I want to do another run of blooms. I want to do a run of micros. I would love to do a run of micros for you guys. I know this was a really big hit, this one. And I would love to do 6 or 7 of these for you guys. So I want to do a run of those. I want to do hawks. I want to do spikes again. I want to do a run of different models. So that was my idea. And then in July or June or July, I opened the books up again for the rest of the year, and it's another 20. So by the end of the year, I've done 40 book spots and then 60 Drops on the Etsy store, 60 blades on the Etsy store. They were even showing pictures of your Western on Satisfaction last night, oohing and ahhing. Yeah, Sharif's a big fan. Sharif is a big fan of the Wesser. So it came out good. This is an urban woodsman design. You can see his maker's mark there. So urban woodsman design came out pretty cool. So I don't know. Sharif and I have to put some things together. So I would just caution you that some folks may become unreliable 5 or 6 months later and may not pay follow through. Yeah. See, that's a concern. That's a concern. People's, their money situation changes. Somebody could lose their job. Somebody could do that. So, and then it becomes a conversation of, okay, if I do that 20 for 6 months, do I take a down payment? Which I don't like to do. And just so everybody knows, if you get on my books, I do not take any money until that blade is done. Until you are done, till you are satisfied 100% with the outcome, with any of the pictures and videos that I send. If you're 100% happy with it, then we work payment out and then we move on from there. But I don't take any money until you're 100% satisfied with it. 2027, you're doing a table at Blade Show in Atlanta. No, I don't want to do a Blade Show table. I'm gonna go to Blade Show and I'm gonna help Corey. But I don't really want to do a table. I want to enjoy Blade Show, and if I'm married to a table the whole time, then I don't get to enjoy the show. I like the way you do it now. That's my vote. Thank you, Trouble Bunny. Yeah, that's because Sharif loves me. There you go. Love the idea, but you might have to require, like Jim said, some upfront payments in order to supplies. Yeah. Sorry, Jim, if I saw it, missed your do what works for you. Did I miss a comment? Jim Miller. Tim, not Jim. Yes. D. Sharon, what's going on? I like how you're doing it now, too. If you do a 6-month window, I'd highly recommend requiring a deposit. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would have to do in Valley, and I'm not. That helps, but it's kind of a weird thing for me to do. I've mentioned before, long time ago, 50% upfront is the way to probably go. Yeah. I understand that, Kelly, and I've had some, people that fall on hard times and have issues and everything else. This is getting mailed out tomorrow. I still have this gargoyle harpoon. And I finally received the final payment for that. So it is getting shipped out tomorrow. So it happens. And I'm understanding with it to a point. But yeah. So that's going to go out tomorrow. So I don't know. But you still would have buyers for the completed knife, I guarantee. Oh, yeah, that's the thing, Rory. If somebody backed out on the blade, somebody's going to pick it up. Somebody will want it, I'm sure. So I think people understand the limited numbers for a custom maker, so additional spots may not be needed if that doesn't work for you. These are all really great comments. You guys are awesome. I'm going to try to get to it. I don't think a deposit would be required. You will have no problem filling in spots if any block backs out. Yeah. If somebody backs out, then I can definitely just make that knife anyway. but maybe a way of rotating new customers that haven't had a chance to get in the books yet. Maybe. Confirm the book when you start on the blade. Yeah. I mean, because that's one thing. Like, I'll send out my form. I have a form, and you guys have to fill out the form. And when you get on the books, I have a Google form that you fill out, and that would be all 20 people would fill out that form, and that's the order for which I would start doing things, and I would let that person know you're 20th on the list. I'll get to you in, I don't know, May to get your blade done. So I don't know. There's a lot of what ifs on that. That's why I like the way I'm doing it. Honestly, I would rather do 50% up front as a buyer. Interesting. Wasn't that from like 6 months ago? It may have been. I don't know. I know I can feel weird, but I think there's a lot of your core audience here telling you directly that we're more than respected. Yeah. No, you are. And like I said, the people that have said something have been a very small number of people who are different viewpoints. I'll be nice. I wouldn't make that knife anyway. I'd just move on to the next person. Yeah, there you go. Pay every month while you work on the knives. Easier for people to be able to afford. This is true. This is true. All good things. These are all good. See? I say do a deposit, 50% up front, and let them know when they start to work. Prepare to pay for the other 50%. Yeah, that works too. I have all my strip money in my smelly gym bag ready to bring you to Neptune. Gee, thanks, Irvin. Thanks. I don't need sticky bills, my friend. I don't want sticky bills. I will give you my 50% right now. Well, I don't even know what you want. You can't do that. At the end, it's your company livelihood. I'm bored. Yep. I like the way I do it now. I am comfortable, and I like the way I do it now. I think it's fair, and I do the best that I can. And if one or two people get annoyed that they can't get on the books or have to wait a little longer to get a blade, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not a production company. It's me and my tiny little garage. You can ask War Room EDC. You can ask Byron Kennedy with Splitting Slices. They have been here. They have seen my tiny little garage. You guys have seen my tiny little garage. I'm putting out as many blades as I possibly can while staying sane. So did you ever decide on the one or two other groups of blanks you were ordering in advance for next year? Bush Hawk. Well, I have to get the Bush Hawk into CAD. That's the problem. To be fair, you aren't going to hear all the people who might be opposed. Only some people. Yeah, there's a couple noisy ones. That's all right. All right, just settle. We keep it the way that it is now. Case closed. Court verdict. Yep. All right. Very cool. I'm happy with that. 50% up front when it comes. So it's settled. Don't change anything for the squeaky wheels. They're not even that squeaky. They're really not. Some of them are just like spoiled brats. I want it now. I want it. I want it now. Well, you're going to have to wait. I can't just pull a knife out of my butt. Done. If they can't wait, you can encourage them to pick up. Oh, yeah, I do. And then the Rockhopper and the Thorn are in the works. And now Concept is doing the Hawk. So by the end of next year, I'll throw that out there. By the end of next year, fingers crossed, there will be a Bloom, a Rockhopper, a Thorn, a Hawk, and the pickled steel gargoyle. So there'll be 5 AriesEDC blades out there in the world by the end of next year. And that's as of now. There could be more. There could be more. Get the Bush Hawk into CAD and get blanks made. Well, I'm going to put my big order in at the beginning of the year like I always do. And I need to come up with 6. So I have, let's see. Don't jinx it. Yeah, no, I'm not going to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. And that's what's wrong with the country as it is. They feel if they don't get their way, kick and scream until they do. Yeah, well, I can only do so much. And Mr. Take a little bit of your own medicine there. I'm joking. I'm totally joking, Blue. I would like a knife from you, but please. Hold on. Ready? There it is. If I had a scaled sketch, I could model the bush hawk up, and it is a simple bevel. Yeah. Well, I just get the blanks, and I do the grinding, and I do all the fun stuff, but I just get the blanks made. It helps. I just get these cool. I get the water jet blanks done for the blades, and it just helps cut some time off. So I'll be doing the rock hoppers, but so I'm thinking blooms, micros. I want to do 6. So it's bloom, micro, hawks, cardinal XLs. I want to do some cardinal XLs. That's 4. Thistles. I'm going to do thistles. So that's the thistle. And there's one more. There's one more. So I forgot what it was. Oh, man. What was it? I don't think it wasn't a bush hawk. Sorry, Tim. It's not a bush hawk. But anyway. I bought 3 knives also that required a prior purchase that didn't bother me at either because I knew eventually I would be getting the knife. Yep. You're going to get it, but we'll see. I got some 3-in-1 oil that'll fix the squeeze trap. Yeah, drown them. If you did pull out a knife from your dark space, it would end up charging the special polish. Yes. I have a new design for you. Oh my goodness. I'm not taking on new designs right now. One Moon Collective, funking artist, make your life. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well. I don't know about that. People wanting to get in. What made that thing? I don't know about that. People wanting to get in to have it. No, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You just have to be patient. Just have to be patient. It could be either one. I never kicked and screamed. Just said, well, we got to the point where it wasn't even, you couldn't even say the word. It was like the R word. Sorry, I'm late. Corey Holly, what's going on, Corey? Oh, hey, Corey. I'm glad you're here, Corey. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to hit you with something. You don't have to answer. You do not have to answer. I'm going to hit you with this, though. I'm going to hit you with this. Hold on. Let me make sure it's up. Mr. Bluminati Ninja, who is in the chat, and he is the owner of the Raptor, by the way. You know that big hawk bill I did. He thought it would be a good idea for our next collaboration. We do this one knife. One. Thought you said Tobiko. Bush Hawks. All right. So Corey, he wants to do this collaboration And I'm going to show you a picture of his drawing that he did. You don't have to answer. You do not have to answer. I know you got a lot on your plate. All right. This is something he's calling an endoraptor. Oh my God. Please just say no. Everybody's saying bush hawks. All right. Well, I guess I have to get bush hawks into CAD. So I have to get the micro and bush hawk into CAD. Okay. I'm just saying, if you want any help getting a CAD flat pattern done, I do it for you as long as no composite surface work is. No, I just do. Literally, I do a drawing, and I have it. I have a person that does CAD, and he's awesome. I use Loot. I'll say it. Loot. Mark Perez, Loot 10 Text. He does all my CAD work, and he's awesome. So I know it wasn't a bush hawk because you said it wasn't in CAD, and you went through your list already done in CAD. But no, it wasn't a bush hawk at the time. But I don't know how I missed the harpoon the first time. Cherry on the It's like a talon shaped harpoon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, especially if you're gonna do a hollow grind on that tip. I couldn't even. It would have to be flat ground on the tip. There's no way. I've seen better days and I've seen worse, but I'm still standing. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's wickedly, yeah. The bush hawk. No, wait. The picture I said was not the bush hawk. Look, that was not a bush hawk. That was not a bush hawk. Okay, wait. I think I've confused everybody. That was not a bush hawk. Now we have to find the bush hawk. That was not a bush hawk. That was the endoraptor straight out of Bluminati's brain. Now I have to find a bush hawk. So that's a thistle. There's too many patterns. That's a bush hawk. That's the bush hawk. Not that other thing. Bush hawk. That's a bush hawk. So hawks, bush hawks, micros, blooms. Okay, I'm taking all of these into consideration. So spikes. He said it could be fun. Yeah. And then he also said it wouldn't be fun either. Not trying to take any more. No, you're good, Jim. I mean, we could talk offline. Tell Lou it needs to happen for me. Yeah, Corey has got a lot of things on his plate right now, so I don't want to bother him with too much. But since he's here, I'll show off his awesome the Gen 3 Jackal. Check that out. So Corey Holly in the chat. Now I need to try one. Oh, see. But there you go, guys. There is the Corey Holly Jackal, soon to be in small production with Corey Holly. He's told me his goal is 500 blades next year, guys. 500. It's got the textured G10, the hollow ground nightmare grind on the swedge and the bevels. Look at that. Polished up, smooth, 3-finger with the lanyard. Awesome blade. So that is a Corey Holly Gen 3 Jackal. And they're going to be available on his website. When it's up and running, I'll have them on the makerspace 1 week and we'll get that going. Got to grind the harpoon also, of course. Yeah, you would do that. Yes. I think that tornado messed up more than his house. Nice, Jim. I know the bush hog that one. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure it's clear that what I'm talking about, that bush hawk was not the Endoraptor. It was not. Oh, hey. Check that stuff out, Corey. This stuff came out awesome. That came out awesome. Yeah, it's crazy. We finished 12 sheets for those today. Excellent, man. You're looking to have like 20 to 50 on the site when you pull it up. So that's awesome. Yeah, everybody check out Adventure 50 right after the live stream. Oh man, 5 minutes. I got to be done in 5 minutes. See that right? Just got to bring the tip down. Endoraptor. Yeah, this handle material, this Noble Raffir with that like mesh in it, ended up looking really cool. You can like see the pins in it. You can see through it, but yeah, that one came out pretty cool. So anyway, and then I did another Cardinal XL in the fat carbon, acid etched. So all right. Anyway, 50. So once the website goes live and he's ready to do it, he's going to have 50 blades on there, guys. 50. And then I'm going to start a pass around for that one that I just showed you. Yeah, thanks, Ramses. Thanks for coming in. You got some of that? Oh, man. If you guys have seen Baker Forge and Tool Damascus with the Kumai, with the copper in it, oh, that is some sick stuff. I can't wait to see what you did with that. I cannot wait to see what you've done with that. That is for sure. That is going to look sick. But excellent. Excellent. Anyway, I need to jump off of here, guys. Thank you so much. Next week, I will do a giveaway. How about that? Next week, I will do another giveaway. I have a blade and a whole package here to give away. I think I'm going to give away this, just so you guys know. I think I'm going to give away this. My Boker Atlas Lock sheep's foot. I think I'm going to give that thing away. Really fun, thin little blade. I've had it sitting here, and I'm going to make it one of yours. So next week, we'll do a giveaway, and I'll give away this. Maybe I'll have a guest on. I don't know. I've been like so wrapped up with everything, and then with the floor project and all the house projects going on. I don't know. It's been just so crazy busy that I haven't had a chance to reach out to people to try to get guests onto the makerspace. I'm trying to get more knife makers on. No offense to all you leather workers out there. There was somebody who was supposed to come on, and then he backed out, and I just haven't been doing that. Yeah, everybody's releasing Halloween-themed blades. Kaiser did it. Savivi's doing it. Now Vosted is doing it. Ugh, everybody's doing it. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that kind of stuff. Thank you, Trouble Bunny. But you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to check out Adventure 50. Javon, he's going live tonight as well. So make sure you're checking all of those things out. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who did super chats. Ramses, Kelly's Mishmash, Jim Cox, Sean Batts, Bluminati, Blazeburger, and Byron Kennedy splitting slices. Thank you so much for your live chats. You guys are amazing. And I will see you next week on the Makerspace. Thank you so much. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours. Oh, wait. Have a great night. Trouble Bunny. Thank you, Trouble Bunny.